Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. Today, we're going to be continuing our renovation plan. But not actually in town this time. There is this ginormous space that I dug out in a previous episode, right? That I was going to initially do for like metal smelters, but I think that's a little bit of a waste of space. I was going to make a metal smelter out of here too, and we might do that, but I'm currently so giga absolutely insanely maxed on bars. I thought it would be nice to build another cash industry. And our primary cash industry is, of course, the smithies, the forges. Let's see, so this would be 578 blocks, and this would be 600 blocks. In fact, I could squeeze it out to 700 blocks. I think a 700 block wide smithy would be cool, though is mostly, I would say like more than 50% not underground, which is not great. But we can, the dwarves like the grandstone buildings too, so it's not like a humongous deal. I'm not going to be 100% efficient with the space. I think these gaps will be a little bit important just to ensure that people can move around, right? In fact, I think, actually I'm just going to have a central one that's 2 blocks wide, so I think that looks symmetrical. We've discovered in the other ginormous buildings that having this like 2 space gap is enough to solve the problem of the yellow blocks. So that is just what I'm going to solve right now. It's probably going to require a couple, or like a double pylon somewhere. Boom, there we go. And boom, there we go. It may or may not be important to build a bunch of auxiliaries just right off the bat, just so that we can get like a grasp of how much space it's going to take. Looks like we can actually fit some more duders, to be honest. There is going to have to also be storage as well, which might fuck everything up a little bit. So I'm going to just place that like immediately. Okay, and then like a grand workbench could be over here. Oh wow, efficiency 98%. 99%. Can we get another single percentage of efficiency? 100%. That is what I'm talking about. This is truly one of the most grand smithies there ever were. I'll shrink the storage very slightly so that I can have like a wide door. Because, you know, I can't help but notice there's only the one entrance. Everything else is blocked off. So one big entrance is going to be room for 124 smiths. That is absolutely fucking giga-hunormous. I'm going to also want a grand warehouse, which I'll just have... I mean, I can have it be connected to this building, I guess. There's no real reason not to, other than, you know, it's going to be a little bit inefficient for them to walk in. You know what? I'll make this building 1 block wider. That way there's plenty of, like, walking space for the dwarfinoids or piganoids who are going to work here. I'm going to build it out of grandstone, because I'm not quite sure if it's going to be dwarves or pigs who are going to be working this place. I think it's probably going to be pigs, but you never know. It's going to be storage for 9.4 thousand stuff, which is pretty considerable. We're also going to need apartment buildings, which unfortunately for the dwarves are going to have to be outside. That's fine though. I mean, if we look at the dwarves, like grand building is 4 stars and mountain is 5 stars, right? So grand apartments, you know, are pretty much close to being good enough. I'm just gonna build them like right here. This is not enough. We're also gonna need some over here. don't really need this wall here anymore, so I might as well get rid of it. I guess I can have some more housing here. Kind of want to build it into the face of the mountain, so I might dig in a mountain here. Just get like a nice square block for the housing, for the several hundred fucking, well not seven, the 120 smiths. Plus whatever dudes are going to be working up here. I mean, this could be underground housing too. And that could be a little bit silly. A little bit of a wasted opportunity. Because I think I would rather have the housing be outside of the mountain than the other stuff. Okay, this isn't bad. Have this housing be like this. Sure, boom. It's going to really congest this area, but that is completely acceptable and probably should be expected. We may or may not need to build like a few like service buildings out here too. So I might as well get that cooking. I'm going to do just the like cheap ones because it's just going to be these two buildings, you know, that are going to be having these service blocks. So boom, this is a grand eatery. It's going to be made out of wood. Probably going to want like a bathhouse or something. Just to service the dwarfinoids here. There's a format I did where I could put them back to back. Oh, it was with the slightly tinier bats. I think this is pretty badass, just in and of itself. You can have some benches be on one of these sides. It's a little bit space inefficient, but there we go. Boom. So that'll satisfy the dwarf's need for bathing and food. A stage plaza would be cool. I mean, there's a bunch of speaker stands right over here. So it's hard to imagine that they would need to walk, or need one closer by. Oh, and there should be a tavern as well, because there isn't exactly like a cheap replacement for that. There we go. Just like a little tiny one. Doesn't exactly follow the conventions of this block, but that is fine. It super doesn't follow the conventions of the block, but that is also fine. Guess I'll make this into a wooden ceiling. There we go. So we'll be able to enter from the one of the two areas. Kind of want another like tiny warehouse over here just to service or be used by the eatery and tavern. I think that'd be pretty cool. That should be enough crates for all that. So boom. It's gonna make the lives of these miners better as well. So that is this little zone. How's the homelessness situation? It's still one homeless person in the pottery area, but it has been greatly reduced by these apartments. Pretty sure there's not enough room for an apartment building because of this janitor. Which is kind of annoying. I could maybe move the janitor like slightly to the south. Then this isn't gonna be a great apartment either way. Can I put like a longhouse or something? I could do that much, I guess. It wouldn't be like super ideal. I'd kind of want it to be a little bit in the back. And it would be, how wide would this thing be? It'd be 9 by 5. Okay, so we dig into the mountain 5 blocks. Should be good enough for me. Then we can have like a pillar or something fancy. Just at the entrance of that. We might encounter like a really awkward situation if we do build like a great building here, because the question would be like, where is the housing going to be for that place? I don't know, we could maybe figure it out somehow. Maybe we could do like a real jank, like a apartment complex up here. But kind of break the natural formation of the mountain a little bit though, a way that I don't think I necessarily would appreciate. Just gonna add in about 90 dwarfinoids. So I think that would be cool. The Great Dwarven Training Area is also pretty close to done. So there's no reason not to get them started too. Even if we don't necessarily use it, because we're not really using our training space all that much. But it will be nice to have the option. This is another apartment complex, right? Yeah. I think this is another one as well. Yep, it's perfectly sized for it. I do wonder where the services would be for this place, but I'm assuming my original plan was just to have a bunch of service buildings up here, maybe? Or maybe I was just assuming they'd be going all the way up here to these services. Wouldn't necessarily be bad either. I mean, we do have a lot of space up here that we could work with, right? Oh, I forgot about this plaza. This is a pretty good plaza, I have to say. Just has a actor station and everything. Yeah, I think I will build another grand university. Just increase the education level of the town. Like I was initially planning to. I was gonna have it be like a weird shape and like take over this plaza as well. But have like a road going through it. This is gonna be like absolutely friggin' amazing. This little section on the left is gonna be probably like all shelves and shit, I'm guessing. So that way it'll, you know, be cool. I don't have to worry about like tiny podiums like squeezing in there. I think I'm gonna need like a wall back here. Otherwise it's gonna be like completely fucked. So this will be like the hall of lectures. This like little region here. It's a little bit more yellow, but we can probably get that by putting pillars over here. It's a little bit disconcerting. It's not all the yellow gone, but whatever. Oh no, never mind. There we go. Somehow I think, yeah, this little area over here is not gonna work. I mean, I could expand this building by one, then that should work, right? Yeah. Okay, let's say that all this rest of this area is like a Torch Town, right? By Torch Town, I mean Shelf Town. I think that probably would make sense. I have to say it looks particularly hideous, but whatever. It's going to require like a humongous amount of shelves just to service all these places, so there's no reason not to be just building them out right now. Yeah, we're only at 78% efficiency, and I've already placed about 10 bajillion shelves. Also, I like how I said that I was going to have a road going through here, and I'm clearly not. Actually, you know what? I will. It's going to be a little bit of a meandering path for them, but boom. This road connects to the university. Oh, I guess having shelves here will be fine, too. And we can have pillars sort of in between these shelves. Oh, wow, we actually hit 100. I was worried we were going to have to add more space. I guess I can add another podium. That's going to make the shelving situation a little bit crappy, but then we can just add another shelf. We can add like another tiny podium and put a pillar here, then add another tiny shelf. 100%. There we go. That's room for 329 students. It's probably my largest university yet, which will very greatly house the people, or educate the people in New Ganymede. I see there is the white shimmer. I do not approve. I think I'm gonna send it. It's gonna be an extreme like amount of people being employed, I guess you could say. But I do see like a humongous number of empty houses nearby, so I don't feel super compelled to build more housing. I think I might be pushing my luck if I have like a huge building here. I could build a services block there, I guess. like, I don't see any bathhouses nearby it. So a grand bathhouse would probably be good. Then I could have like a small eatery too with the leftover space. I think that'd be pretty nice. Maybe like a physician or something too would also be good. Bathhouses don't take that many employees as far as I know. I'll just have this guy on the bottom half of this block, which is here. It's a little bit hard to see in the snow sometimes, which is what it is. I think I'll build this guy up all the way here, and then the eatery can just be in this last set of 3 blocks. I think it only makes sense to have these like slightly tinier basins, because that means less like pillarage. This area on the left can be the spot for the benches. We probably want like a wall or something in between these guys. Just think that would be the cleanest solution. I can build this building 1 block squatter as well. I think I probably should have a pillar or a few. Maybe I do build this guy 1 block, or with these like slightly bigger basins. No, that doesn't solve the problem either. Unless I can rotate it to have a 2 block gap, which I absolutely can. Okay, in that case, we just build these guys like this and then put some pillars here. Now last but not least, we need benches, which will be very... Oh no, that is going to be a lot of bench requirements. I think I'll not have this last little zone here. 93%. We probably can squeeze in the last benches. I just need 1 more. There we go. It's like a little bit of a meandering path through the benches, but it's going to be room for 110 bats, which is going to be immensely important for providing all the bathing that the people need. It's kind of a little bit of a maze inside. I don't know how much the internal layout matters, but whatever. Boom. Before I put an eatery, I probably should put something like a warehouse too. Just plonk this guy over here. We're going to want it to be pretty big, just to have enough crates for everything. Should be more than enough. Then last but not least, an eatery, just to fill out the rest of the area. It's going to be very similar in layout to the warehouse. I think I could do like a slightly bigger door and have the storage be slightly tinier. Doesn't need to be like super giga enormous, right? So that is that whole block filled out, which is wonderful. It's going to be many, many, many jobs that will need to be done. But that is completely fine. I guess I'll add in some more dwarfinoids as well. This is really spicy. We're going to be really in need of new people. Looks like a lot of this housing is getting built, which is cool as well. Not really much else to say to that one. I don't know if I'm going to want to be expanding my military force when all these odd jobbers are going to be like spoken for, basically. Now, speaking of odd jobbers spoken for, I see this library is done. You know, I don't think we need coal and pots over here, so I might as well just have this place have like some scrolls being fetched and some rations being fetched just to increase the ration storage. Booze being fetched as well, so that people can get their drink rations and clothing and tools. Just think that would be relatively nice. Maybe a block for grandstone, just because I constantly build with grandstone. So having that stuff distributed around the city will be good. And we can let time advance. What's our science like? 880,000 science points? Are you kidding me? That is so ridiculously good. I could even invest in the food stuff in theory, though I don't know if it's something I want or need. I mean, the bakery would be cool to invest in, but I mean, first things first, I wanted to invest in jewelry. So I will invest in jewelry. Just invest all the way. Boom. They went from 70 to 125%, which means we got 55% more jewels. The tailory, we might as well get that cooking all the way, because that's a huge cash industry. The smithy as well can level up. The mechanisms. I mean, I feel like it's less urgent. Booze production, I don't really care as much. Why are the tilappies freaking out? What the hell? I think some points in Weaver specialization would be cool too. Excuse me? What the fuck is going on? Why is their happiness going down? Is their access to food, I guess? Their services access is going down? Excuse me? The fuck? Oh, it's the religion access. Crypts is going down. Why is Crypts going down? Did their, like, bodies decay or something? Hold on, I need to look. What's with the Crypts? Are the Crypts full? No, this place is fucking empty. I'd say it's like a graveyard, but it fucking is not. And that's the problem, right? It's not enough tilappies are dying. Something. Don't see what else it would be, you know. That's really wacky zany. Maybe the problem with the crypts is that there's not, like, enough... Like, we need, like, tiny crypts scattered around instead of big ones. Could be it. Maybe I could do, like, a little tilapia crypt in this, like, zone where all these tilapies are. I guess there's no reason not to, except, of course, you know, lack of space, but... Be interesting to have, like, a wooden one, you know what I mean? Probably should have statues built before committing to more graves, just in case we're gonna need, like, a lot of them. I think this place needs to be a little bit bigger. Alright, so these guys can go over here. Okay, I was just seeing if I could squeak, like, a sneaky pillar in between those two graves. I mean, I could do, like, a pillar here and a pillar here, right? There we go. Then I can have this grave be tiny and have, like, a statue here. I wonder what elven grave statues look like. Probably, like, very fancy. Like, silver, gold, and shit. No, I don't think I've ever had... There we go, that's 1 employee, 20 graves. Don't think I've ever had, like, a... elven crypts be a thing in my campaigns. Not because I have it where, like, the elves don't bury each other or some shit, just because I haven't, like, thought about it. Just rounding the building a little bit. I think that's going to be mostly square building. I mean, the elves aren't going to be spending much time here, so I don't care if it's square. It's just something that hasn't really come up all that much. Usually have, like, old human or old exotic civilizations. Really hope these guys' fucking morale improves. It's a little bit annoying that they're going absolutely ballistic. Oh yeah, how's the bathhouse here? Is it 100% load? It is 100% load. Wow, these wells are really turbo loaded as well. Maybe I could put another bathhouse up here in this little nook. I think that'd be pretty cool. Would give the piganoids somewhere to bathe as well. Should be nice. Doesn't have to be like a big one or anything too. We need 1 more bench, are you serious? How the fuck am I gonna fit 1 more? God damn it. Oh, hold on. Oh ho ho! That is what I'm talking about. That is extremely sneaky bench technology. Don't mind if I do. Sweet. I can make this a little bit more rounded just by doing this too. It's not gonna be like a fully rounded building, but I really do not give a shit. Can I put a pillar here? Wow, I made it rounded. It's 100% rounded, 100% organic. There's like a personal bench, a VIP bench. It's the haves bench and the haves not bench. Have not bench like has like a little window where people outside can like creepily look at. in at him. Very funny. Wait, I have this warehouse that I just haven't been using. Okay, well, let's say it has some paper and some grand stone and some furniture, and I'm gonna want coal and booze. And the booze is gonna be pretty important. I'm gonna say like 3 crates important. I'm just getting like a random smattering of materials because I think that would be cool. You know, for people who are like using the housing here, for people who need tools, right? I think the tilapia like leather. I mean, a little bit of a food store would be cool too. There we go. I could maybe put like a tiny warehouse in here as well. In fact, I'm extremely tempted to, because why not? It gives the, I mean, it does reduce the donut shapeness of this building, but I mean, it has like stone floor, so it is like notably different. There we go. So this place will be the booze crate, which means I don't need booze here. It does not matter. In that case, I mean, leather, tilapia like leather. I don't really want to store jewelry up here, because I don't think I'm ever going to have jewelry be equipped. I mean, I could leave some crates open. Why not? I mean, we pretty much have everything, right? Everything that like a random house would want or need. Oh, do we have pottery? We do not have pottery. There we go. And you know what? I could get metal. That'll be the last crate, because metal is often used in construction. And also, we are like constantly chugged on metal, so I'm sure there's metal rotting on the ground that can be stored there. I think I'll plan the longhouse, just like put it here right now, so that I don't forget. Boom. There we go. What else could we invest in technology-wise? We do have a potter, so having pottery bonus would be pretty okay. Could invest in the Sicilian mine. It would require 600 or 68,000 technology points, though. It's pretty spicy. The bread, I will invest in the bread. I think the bread technology being juiced up makes sense to me. I think another 10% fruit is worth 100,000 science points. Getting the Auroch pastures going as well. Be cool. Now we're running low on knowledge once more. How's our admin points? We are pretty low on admin points as well. Where was that old industrial district that I kind of was tearing down? Oh, it's over here. Wow, that's looking pretty full. Not sure how much town there is left to renovate, actually. Oh, this warehouse is done. I built this right before the start of the episode. I basically... The ration makers have a tendency of just like getting turbo filled up with stuff. So I wanted to just have a giant warehouse filled to the brim with rations. Store like 10,000 of the suckers. It's always nice just to have like a huge surplus of the rations, you know. The more of the perishable food is like put into non-perishable stuff, the more days of food there will be, the less loss to rotting, which, by the way, is that maxed out? Yeah, all the stuff down here is maxed out. What's the science percentage at now, actually, that the library exists? 391%. There isn't like an upgrade to make my libraries more efficient that I haven't gotten, right? No, there's just the advanced library upgrade. Hold up. Oh no, this place isn't upgraded, but we don't have the gym access. I think maybe I want to up my gym imports level. That makes sense to me. There's gonna be a little bit of a strain on our economy. But that is what this absolutely giga enormous smithy is for. To be honest, I think I need to just let time advance for a while. I think we've started adding in like too many ginormous jobs. It's gonna take up so many odd jobbers that we're gonna be a little bit fucked for a little while if I don't cool my jets. Right. I mean, I might as well. I need to fill this eatery out now. Or the eatery warehouse, so I'll just yoink that real quick. There we go. Has been filled out, and there's still crates to spare, even though I added a little bit extra stuff. What's tourism like? Let's see. So, laboratories are a site I'll remember for the rest of my life. Canteen, spectacular, cool. By Krator, I've been to many places, but New Ganymede claims the prize. Magnificent laboratories, magnificent. A local bathhouse were crowded and of poor quality. Can wish for better in. Interesting. If I built too many, like, tiny bathhouses. Let's see, all humans need to visit the labs. There's potential. What, 4 stars? I can't recommend visiting New Ganymede? What the hell? Like, I get the, what, the labs were small and unimpressive. He went to one of the small labs. I can tell. I feel like the tourists don't really provide all that much. Like, if we look at, our stuff, tourism is like less than 1%. No, it's more than 1% of our economy income. It's like if 3% is 1%, then this is like 4% of our economy. I don't think building more tourism places is actually going to do it, because if we look at this tourism place, yeah, there's 1 tourist. No, there's 0 tourists. Not quite sure how I could draw more people to town. Don't think there's like an advertising place or advertising feature. Oh, these bathhouses are turbo loaded. It's a little bit unfortunate. Don't know if there's really space. I mean, there's space down here, I guess, that I could put another bathhouse. No, I just said I shouldn't be adding in more buildings, but I mean, a tiny building can't hurt, you know? Then I have like a little warehouse back here to store the coal for the bathhouse, which would be cool. Just be like a nice tiny bathhouse. The shape is very awkward of this bathhouse building. There we go. I feel a little bit guilty about adding in a tiny bathhouse. I don't know, is there any way I can make it bigger? Guess I can slurp in the space over here. I don't know if like a basin can even be fit back here. I mean, benches could probably be fit back here, to be honest. Oh, that's pretty spicy. It's already pretty good relaxation. There we go. Then we just have some doors up north and a door that'll lead into the warehouse. Door down here for the pignoids. Never mind. The isolation is not high if I do that. Boom. Tiny warehouse. Put it right here. Its job in life will be just have these 4 crates be accessible only from within this place, and boom. It'll just store coal for the bathhouse, so the bathhouse never runs out of coal for warmth. It's like a little, like back room. A storage shed or whatever. Actually vaguely reminds me, there's this, can't remember if it was like, I think it was a Chilla art horror game, Chilla's Art. Which is like this Japanese question mark gaming company that makes horror games, you know? It had one where it's like a realistic, I'm assuming it's realistic bathhouse. They could have been. They could have been making up bullshit with the layout of the bathhouse, but I don't know, it seemed pretty realistic. And it had like the most creepy fucking like storage, like boiler room, I think it was. Pretty sure boiler rooms exist in bathhouses. Don't know about medieval bathhouses though. Oh yeah, we need a lavatory over here as well. I guess I'll just build that right, like on the side of the mound. I think that'd be pretty good. Very like awkward. So they've got like shit amongst the rocks basically. I mean, imagine there's like a certain level of cohesiveness or like insulatedness of the building. There's gotta be a better way we can do this. Maybe go like this. We get like another latrine right here. It's an extremely tiny latrine, but whatever. At least will provide services for the people working in this giant smithy. For every 10 people, there's one bathroom. I think that's actually pretty like normal rate, right? This was the eatery warehouse, or this was the every like service warehouse, so I might as well just fill this up with all the things that's gonna need. And coal, put 2 for coal, I guess. Actually, yeah, just 1 for coal should be fine. So we've got drinks. Guess I'll get clothing. Don't need to put tools because this smithy is gonna produce tools. What's one of these things they need? Stone and grandstone? I guess I'll do grandstone in this warehouse. So why not? Speaking of grandstone, what's the grandstone count looking like? Let's see, it looks like, yeah, we're still producing a surplus when not accounting for construction. So that is completely fine. Do not need to build another mason. And you know what? I think on that note, we can end the episode here. We have set up the construction of many, many, many buildings. A grand university, a grand smithy, eateries, warehouses of abundance, bathhouses, all sorts of things. We've set up room for probably Ganymede's largest grand university, larger even than some of the temples. Almost as large as one of the arenas are. Which is pretty good as well. It will catapult us into even better education in the coming years. I think all in all that is pretty good, even though none of the buildings got finished because we built everything too close together, chronologically speaking. We've still made progress. And progress is good. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you next time for another Songs of Six. Let me just upgrade this library. And goodbye!